What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. I told you guys that there would be kind of an upsetting video the other day. I posted it on Instagram, trying to find my truck keys right now, but a vehicle on the channel is going bye-bye, and we're going to talk about it here in a second. But as you can see, there's a little bit of damage to the front of the truck, which after the intro, I will show you guys what happened this week and explain more in detail what actually happened with the truck and what is going to be happening in the future. Yeah, look at that LB7 smoke, baby. Because it's freaking America Day, that's why. Alright, so this is going to be, unfortunately, one of the final startups of the Duramax. Caleb, go ahead. Because I'm getting rid of it. And I know it's going to suck for a lot of people because the Duramax brought a lot of you to the channel, but that doesn't mean there's not going to be another one. Just hear me out through all of this. Alright, so first thing being first, I hit a deer the other day. It was 100% my fault. And honestly, it was kind of comical, to be honest with you guys, because it was like 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm driving to work, and the deer was like, I would say like 75 yards ahead of me. It walked across the street from the right-hand side to the left-hand side. And I'm like, okay, it's a 55-mile-per-hour zone. I was doing 55. I slowed down to about 40. Now, once I get within like 25 yards of where the deer is at, now keep in mind, it's across the street. It bolted back across, and I swear I hit this thing like perfectly dead on. Its ass hit right in the middle of the truck. Its head bounced off of the headlight assembly on the right hand side, which I'll show you guys here in a little bit, but I'm gonna throw in the clips of in the morning when I hit the deer and what everything looked like. It was funny, and I should have known better as somebody, as you know, that hunts. The rest of his family, her family, whatever the hell it was, honestly, I didn't stop to really look at the deer at 5 o'clock in the morning because, like I said, I was on my way to work. The rest of its family was probably on the other side of the street and was just trying to get back. But me being me, I was just like, all right, fuck it, it's not going to come back across. And I just waylaid the hell out of it. There was shit all over the front of my truck. It shit itself when I hit it. And, yeah. Son of a... Well, that's one way to start off the morning. Now, not only did my dumbass hit a deer this week, I also discovered something else that's going on with my truck. Now, a lot of you guys that have been following the channel for a while know that this truck has a little bit of blow-by. Now, I did pick up this truck for 11 grand. I picked it up with for 11 grand with 140,000 miles in December of 2017. And since then, we're only at 163,937 right now. So hypothetically speaking, yeah, it's common to have issues with trucks, but not some of the issues that I'm having. So just to kind of fill you guys in on some of the problems. Now, rust, obviously, we talked about in the last video, and I was so excited to, order rockers, get the rockers done, get everything cleaned up, and, ultimately fix the blow-by issue. Now, having blow-by and rust is already kind of like enough, but I'm going to throw in a clip here in a second where I was driving the day after that I hit the deer, and for some reason, my truck, whenever I'm accelerating, it does not want to shift out of third. So it'll be kind of hard to tell in the video, but like when you guys see, like my foot is to the floor and it just hovers basically at red line, and then all of a sudden it's like, wah, I lose all power, and then it finally shifts. So it's weird. Like, you have to be in the truck to understand what is going on, but my foot is to the floor, it doesn't want to shift, and I don't want to have to get into fixing the Allison, plus the blow-by, plus the rust. So we'll get into here in a second what I'm actually going to be doing, which will excite some of you guys, but you have to understand from a financial aspect, I'm not going to go out and buy an LML. I'm not going to go out and buy an L5P, because financially, I want to buy the house that we're in right now. Right now, we are renting to own, and I want to purchase the house. Oh, shit. Fuck! So with wanting to purchase the house, I don't want to put a massive down payment on a newer truck and elevate my payment knowing that we are trying to do that. Ultimately, I got to think about my family. I got to think about other things long run. Now, when it comes to owning the diesel, I do use my truck a lot. I don't tow with it as much as what I should have in the winter months. But during the summertime, I'm constantly towing stuff. I'm constantly hauling stuff around. Like right now, I have a tiny pressure washer in, which, yeah, you definitely don't need a diesel for. But, you know, Cameron and I, my wife, we were talking about getting like a 32-foot plus camper. You know, we're in the market looking for a camper. You know, that way when we go to the beach, we can just stay in the camper. Whenever we go to the cabin in New York, we can take our camper up. I'm also looking for like a camper / toy hauler. So, you know, that's a big thing to be able to haul the four-wheelers around and whatever. So basically where I'm sitting right now is I will be looking for a truck, but I'm going to stay within the classic era. I'm going to be looking at LB7, LLY, LBZ. The problem is around here, everybody wants a freaking $1 million for the LBZs around here. Now, I want to stay under 150,000 miles. So what I was actually going to do the other day was I was actually going to look at another LB7. Now, this is the cool thing about the LB7 that I was going to look at, which sucks because it already sold, and that was going to be another video in and of itself, was I was going to look at a 2004 LB7. It was green. It was the same exact spec as what this is, but a long bed. Now, the perks of that is it only had 120,000 miles, and it had fresh injectors. It ended up having Bosch injectors recently installed, which was a big issue, obviously, that I know is a problem with my truck. So I was going to go jump on that. They wanted $12,900 for that. Obviously, I was going to work my magic. I was going to talk them down and go from there. But unfortunately, at a price like that with new injectors, this fucking idiot just pulled out in front of me. Goddamn Hondas. Anyway, I was going to do that. Somebody bought it out from underneath me. So, you know, we are on the hunt. We are on the hunt to find a new truck now. But I just don't want to continue to invest money into this thing, because by the time, like, let's just say the blow by, let's just say that it's not injectors and I have something else going on, I'm either going to have to A, get a crate motor or do a full rebuild. Now, that solves one of the problems. That doesn't solve the rust problem, and that doesn't solve the problems that I'm having with my transmission. Now, granted, if it is the injectors, that might have something to do with the trans not shifting right, but to me, I would rather start fresh than work it out with this truck. This truck has too many kinks. It's a little rough around the edges, and I just want to start fresh. I want to spend a little bit extra money to get the Duramax that I want. So despite the fact of how much I love this truck, it's gotta go. It really does. It's just gotta go. I want to start fresh, and I hope you guys support that decision. We really shouldn't be without a Duramax for any point of time, just because when I get a new Duramax, this one's getting traded in, and I'm gonna take a hit on it, but I'd rather take a hit and move forward than take a massive hit and still have it. All in all, guys, I would like to be able to lift and have a wheel set up on a Duramax, and quite frankly, with this thing nickel and diming me, it's just not going to happen with this truck. So I hope you guys respect and kind of understand my thought process behind getting rid of this. I love the color of this truck. I love this truck to begin with, but there's just too many issues for me to keep up with it. And it being my daily driver, like the past couple days, I've been driving my wife's Jeep, which means we're down a vehicle. My wife can't go anywhere during the day. So I need to get something figured out. If you guys know any LB7s, LLYs, LBZs with under 150,000 miles, message me. I don't care where it's at. As long as it's, you know, within like a 6-hour drive, we are more than interested to come and look at it. So with that being said, guys, if this was your first time watching a video on the channel, I hope you guys give this video a big thumbs up. I hope you guys understand. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button down below. Click the notification bell. Till next time, guys, enjoy this hitch.